Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome aboard my narrowboat home, Moorland Rose. Please join me as I take a slow boat through Britain. Having attended the briefing by St Pancras Cruising Club last night, I was allotted my spot in the flotilla. I have to say it's superbly organised. Matt, Sally and Rupert joined me this morning as I got in position ready for the call to head for the lock. Once I got the message from our group leader, a member of St Pancras Cruising Club, I could move around the corner and was told to tie up next to a work barge before the lock.
See you around there? Don't pull it.
There are 5 in our little group, and at last night's briefing we were given our position in the lock. We are just waiting for the gates to open. As the gates open, we move forward. Teresa C takes the starboard wall, I take the port, leaving room for a wide beam in the middle. Matt will loop the bow line around the riser cable in the same way as the guy on the back of Teresa C does his stern line. With Moorland Rose secured fore and aft, the broad beam, disembarred, glides into the slot in the middle and secures to us.
Or sit and hold it.
Tie it preferably. And then you'll need this one, tying this one to as well, this one this side.
With the lock emptied, the tailgates open and we get our first sight of the River Thames. Well, I did have a look from the shore yesterday and it looked decidedly choppy. Fortunately, the conditions are forecast to be better today. We have to time our exit to the tide, and the lockies have us out right on time. Matt releases Isambard. Once she's clear, he slips our rope and we follow, with 2 more boats behind us. Out of the narrow lock channel, it is a sharp right turn onto the river. In our briefing, we were told to look out for these tethered barges and not to pass too close to them. I don't think Moreland Rose has encountered waves like these before. Those high-speed Uber boats send their wash right across the river. It is not too long before we get our first sight of Tower Bridge. I was hoping we would go through the centre span, but with these Uber boats zipping about, we take the safer option. It is still exciting though to pass below this iconic London landmark.
Come out the back here. You're missing all the signs. You do the speed out of the steering.
The orange lights indicate which span we need to go through, but thanks to the cruising club, we are just playing follow my leader.
Slide across the video at the bottom.
Nicknamed the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge, the London Millennium Footbridge was opened on the 10th of June 2000 and closed the same day after pedestrians experienced an alarming swaying motion. It took 2 years to correct the design fault, finally being reopened in February 2002. Beyond the new bridge, you can see the supports for the original bridge, which was removed in 1985 after it became too weak to support modern trains. The original building was a power station for the Royal Mail. The Oxo Company acquired it in the 1920s. When they were refused permission for an advertising display, they built the tower with 3 vertically aligned windows, which coincidentally spelt Oxo. It pays to keep an eye open for these cruise boats that overtake at some speed.
I go down to the front for a bit?
Yeah, can you pass me my video camera?
The Millennium Wheel, latterly known as the London Eye, was opened to the public in the year 2000. At 443 feet tall, it was, at the time, the largest Ferris wheel in the world, considerably taller than Big Ben, which stands opposite. Big Ben is the nickname of the bell inside the Elizabeth Tower. The building to starboard after the bridge is MI5, the security service. To port is the MI6 building, but no sign of its most famous employee, James Bond.
Is that the MI5? Oh, it's going back up. Yeah.
Ahead are the four chimneys of Battersea Power Station. Built in the 1930s and added to in the 1950s, this London landmark was built to cater for the electricity needs of the growing city. Decommissioned in 1978, the huge building now houses a shopping centre and apartments.
Sorry? Right, am I just holding still on behind Isambard?
Our group leader, on Teresa C, keeps in contact via mobile phone to relay messages.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking little boat.
More of those anchored barges to watch out for. some of our flotilla will be leaving the Thames at Brentford, so we pass them as they organise their arrival spacing for the lock ahead. Although river traffic is much quieter now, we still have to be aware of those Uber boats. To starboard is Craven Cottage, home to Fulham Football Club. It claims to be the oldest football league ground in London, founded in 1896. As the high-rise buildings of the city give way to the more residential buildings of the suburbs, we pass under the flight path for Heathrow Airport. As we are on a section of the course of the London boat race, it's no surprise to see a rowing team practising. We pass the entrance to Brentford Lock, where some of the boats will leave us, as we carry on to Teddington. Arriving at Teddington, we find that the lockies cannot get the lock gates to seal, so we organise breasted up moorings below the lock to spend the night on the tidal section before going up the following day. I hope you enjoyed the thrill of travelling through central London as much as I did. Join me next week as I continue the journey on the non-tidal Thames. Until next week, as usual, stay safe, see you soon.